on trying to solidify some of my routines. One of the things I like to do is I like sleeping, but I'm trying to get better at waking up a little bit earlier and getting my routine going a little bit earlier in the day. And I'm going to keep you guys updated with my progress on that. And, oh, let me tell you something that I have done, I've made the mistake of, and I've seen doing it one way and doing it another way and seeing which yields me greater results. And that is, if you take on too much at once, you won't get anything done. Like, you may be able to pull it off for a day, like, oh, I got everything, and this was awesome, I had a 14-hour day, hallelujah, and then the next day comes, and you get nothing done. So, I know it's, like, tedious when there's so much pressure, but you have to it takes more self-control to do less. I'm going to say that again. It takes more self-control to do less. So, when you're doing, like, let's say you want to try a new, like you're going to add a new habit or a new task, right, because success is a habit, which, by the way, habits take about 30 days to actually create. I learned that back at camp when I was, like, 10 years old, and they would say, yeah, send the kids to camp for, you know, the 3-week or 4-week session, because it takes, you know, 21 to 30 days to create new habits, like good habits or bad habits, you know, good or bad habits. So, so take on one thing. So, like, let's say I want to do a new exercise routine. And what do people do? They go in, or maybe not all people, but I've done this before where I'm like, I'm going to do this new exercise routine, and I'm in great shape now. I mean, but the way that I'm in great shape now is after, again, let's go back to this, is after try, fail, and adjust, is after working out too hard and getting too beefy and getting too exhausted, and then not working out at all and then getting kind of scrawny and, like, weird looking. And then realizing it's not just a one magic pill or a magic bullet or a, you know, one-trick pony. It's a combination of things. In anything, too, guys. Success is a combination of things in anything. So not only is it exercise and how you exercise and when you exercise and what you do with exercise, it's also the diet and what food you eat and how often you eat. And it's a whole circle of things. And then you get kind of to that point, and then you even add onto that, you know, thing in your life. So keep in mind. But so yeah, so I've gone in the past, and I've said I'm going to do this workout thing, and I'll go, man, and I'll set up my thing, and I'll have a journal where I'm, like, tracking how much I'm doing, where I've got, okay, today I did 5 reps and with this much weight, and then next week, and I tracked it, and I would go, and I would do like an hour, spend 2 hours in the gym, and, you know, discipline myself. And then eventually you get so sore, though, where you don't even want to go, and, like, you have that one day where you're like, oh, I guess I've already worked so hard, I guess I don't need to go. And also your body is freaking aching because you overdid it, and you're so sore that you're actually injuring yourself to work out more, okay? So I've done that. Or where you're working out and you're doing all this weight because you're like, we're trained to, oh, you know, no pain, no gain, and more, you know, the more weight, the better, okay? So you do even more weight, and then you start beefing up, and, like, I don't know, I mean, I guess if you're a guy, but even guys, I'm like, I don't understand why. To me, that's not attractive. You know, hey, no offense if that's the way you are and you're a bodybuilder and you love that. I'm really more into kind of, like, healthy and lean than I am, like, big and, like, bulky. But again, to each their own. So I did that. And so you honestly, you have to start slow. It's like anything. You don't go from, just like a baby doesn't go from rolling on their back and their belly to walking. It takes rolling on their back, and then it takes the next small step, the next small skill set of learning how to roll and, like, push up on their, you know, I'm not a doctor here, so this may not be exactly how they learn or do this, but from what I've seen sometimes on babies, they'll lift up on their elbows, and then soon they'll kind of roll over and learn how to start moving an arm. That's the next thing. And then they, you know, have somebody help hold them up, and so they kind of feel that balance back and forth and wobble around. You know, all these things that happen in between, all these little things that we try to skip over in anything we're trying to learn or any type of character trait that we're trying to build. We think we can just do this skip over thing because we live in, you know, pop my oatmeal in, and in 30 seconds it's hot and it's done. Character is not like that. Character does take time, and it does take work, and it does take failing. It does take, how many times does a baby, you know, fall on their butt and cry and, you know, not want to do it, and then keep going, though, right? And so you're going to fall on your butt, and you're going to have to know you're going to fall on your butt and fail and feel like crap and then have to get back up. But we don't yell at a baby when they fall on their butt. We kind of laugh and encourage them to keep trying until they get it. So same thing. So that goes back to the circle of how we're taught to kind of focus on our weakness, right? You go to school, you come home to, Mom, look at my report card. I got, I'm not saying this is your parents, but I know in general this tends to be the mindset. Look, I got all A's, I got all B's, and then, oh, but you got an F in trigonometry. Well, that's unacceptable. We cannot accept an F. There is no F, F's are not good. We can't have F's. And so then you go and focus all your time and energy on something that you're not good at and your weaknesses, and let's try to fix that instead of all these great things that you are strong in, that you really are doing well in and are excelling in and should even work harder. And why can't it be okay to fail in one thing? What's the purpose of that? So which also, obviously school is only one test of intelligence, only one very slim test of intelligence, because we do only test to only about 19% of the population in America. So it's amazing that all of us even make it through school, because a lot of us learn differently than the traditional, listen, I teach, I preach, and then you take a multiple choice test. So you're not feeling like, my life has turned into a big runway show, because it most definitely has. And during the day, I am working. Oh, yeah, that's my other thing. I'm working on a new partnership. Very cool. And that is great. Man, we've been going for like 2 months. It's great. It's a dynamite partnership. And I will tell you, when you find, that 1 or 2 or 3 people that you really click well with and can work well with, it is like so great. I can even tell you how great it is to be with, to be working for yourself but not by yourself. Sorry guys, I'm gonna take a drink here. Okay, well. I've been doing that. I've been getting into Dan Kennedy a lot more lately. I'm going to be talking a lot more about that in the coming weeks, about direct response marketing as I learn, because I am still kind of a novice newbie. I mean, I have a natural knack for psychology and marketing, kind of tapping into why we do things and why people buy and that sort of thing, but the actual mechanics of it, of copywriting, web copy, stuff like that, and doing what you're teaching for yourself, I'm still kind of a novice in learning, and you guys can kind of come with me on my journey, and maybe you can relate. So instead of saying, hey, look at this piece, I've created like almost every sales page out there, right? Look, I've created, $80,000, and I went from my, crappy car to my, BMW, and look, here's my $80,000, sales page or whatever that sold and made me $80,000. And nobody got to see, like, that's great and that's impressive, but you didn't get to learn anything along the way, right? Like, you didn't get to see them with their first sales page that was a piece of crap. Didn't give them any lead, didn't get them anywhere, and to see them go, okay, this isn't working, what do I need to change? And then, hey, guys, clue in. These are the new skill sets I learned. This is what I tweaked and turned. Here, look at, here's A, here's B. This gave me this return. Okay, then I learned this new skill set. This brought me to here. So I see that a lot where people are teaching the what and not the how, and I understand that because you don't want to give too much away, and I'm guilty of doing that, just giving too much away, just because I'm just like, oh, here we go, have everything, and but I think you guys would learn so much better, and everyone would learn so much better if we actually show kind of beginning to end, and we can watch that evolution to see, that when you write your first sales copy, it's not going to look like the $80,000 thing. I mean, yeah, you can successfully use clues, and you can kind of learn stuff and grab stuff out of there, but there is not, you cannot skip over your own internalization and learning of skills and things. I mean, even copy and deploy, like, you have to go through the character building process. I guess this is what I'm getting at. So I'll come back to you guys and make some more videos, but I wanted to give you an update and let you know kind of what's been happening in my world, and I wanted to clue you in on some other things that I'm doing, and keep giving you guys those inspirational tidbits that I always promise. And stay tuned, you guys, because I have plenty more to come, and a great journey that I'm on wealth in all areas, and I want you guys to come join me. So subscribe to my channel. Go to successisahabit.info. Opt in, and call me too. You guys can always call me if you have any questions. And yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be a fun journey. Bye.